It all began with a love story that turned into a public battlefield. A story that was supposed to stay private, but instead, it became a global spectacle. At the center of it all stands NBA superstar Anthony Edwards, a rising face of the Minnesota Timberwolves, known for his thunderous dunks, infectious charisma, and relentless confidence. But this time, Edwards isn't fighting on the court, he's fighting in court, and the stakes are higher than any championship. His own daughter. Just 11 months ago, Anthony and his ex-partner Aisha Howard welcomed a baby girl, Aubrey Summers Howard. She was supposed to be their greatest joy. Instead, she has become the center of a storm neither parent can seem to escape. Because according to court filings, Anthony Edwards believes his ex is turning their child into a business. In documents filed this month, Edwards' legal team made shocking accusations. They claim Aisha has been using their daughter's name, images, and story to make money. They allege she has turned their painful custody fight into content, transforming court filings, hearings, and even emotional moments into posts. Her Instagram, followed by more than 600,000 people, has become the stage, a place where private disputes are packaged for likes, comments, and brand sponsorships. According to Edwards, his daughter has been reduced to a revenue-generating asset. To many, that phrase sounds cold, but Edwards insists he's not trying to take his daughter away. He doesn't want custody or even visitation, only resolution. He wants the fighting to stop, the public exposure to end, and his child to grow up in peace. His legal filings argue that every delay in the custody process brings more online attention and more profit. He claims that every twist in their legal battle becomes another viral moment, and each post, another paycheck. But Aisha Howard tells a very different story. She denies the allegations completely. She says she's being unfairly targeted for speaking her truth. To her, the social media posts aren't exploitation, they're defense. She claims that if Edwards can speak through legal channels, she can speak through her platform. She insists she's never profited from her daughter's pain. Instead, she argues that she's being silenced by power and influence. She even demanded $500,000 in damages and a public apology from Edwards, something his team calls unreasonable and unrelated to custody. Meanwhile, the legal maze keeps growing. The fight isn't just about money or morality, it's also about jurisdiction, because Aisha lives in California, while Edwards' case was filed in Georgia. Both sides have claimed their state has the right to make the final decision. But as of now, a Los Angeles judge has granted Aisha full legal and physical custody. That ruling, however, hasn't ended the war. If anything, it's only made the battlefield bigger. What makes this case so explosive is how it reflects a new kind of celebrity era. An age where fame and family collide in front of millions of eyes. Where private heartbreak becomes content and emotional pain becomes profit. Experts warn that children in these cases often become collateral damage. Their faces appear in sponsored posts, emotional reels, and monetized stories before they can even speak. Psychologists call it digital child exploitation, where the internet becomes both a home and a stage. And in Anthony Edwards' case, that concern has turned into a full-blown legal war. Behind the headlines, there's also something deeply human. A father who feels powerless as his name and his child's name are pulled into the spotlight. And a mother defending her right to control her own narrative. Both claim to be protecting their daughter, but in the process, the internet has taken over what once belonged only to family. For Anthony Edwards, this is more than a custody fight. It's a warning. A warning about what happens when fame meets parenthood in the age of algorithms. Because every post, every caption, every video becomes part of a bigger machine. A machine that rewards outrage, thrives on controversy, and punishes silence. Even the most personal pain becomes public property, and the smallest child becomes a brand. As this legal battle unfolds, courts will decide what's fair in the eyes of law. But the public has already taken sides, divided between sympathy and skepticism. For some, Aisha is a mother defending her voice. For others, she's using a baby to build a digital career. Not the courts, not the fans, not even the parents themselves. But one thing is clear. In a world where clicks mean cash, even love has a price tag. And for Anthony Edwards, that price is measured not in dollars, but in the cost of peace. As this case continues to unfold, one question lingers. Where is the line between sharing and selling? And can fame ever coexist with real family? If you want more deep dives into stories where fame meets truth, don't forget to subscribe and tell us in the comments. Should children of celebrities ever appear on social media at all?